Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching a broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi. Hello, how do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, blessings, and more blessings I speak unto you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And for those who will be used by God at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Blessings, 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 and more blessings. All right, all right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Um, So we were talking about like what we believe matters, right? What we believe matters. And our belief comes from what we're exposed to, both internally and externally. So what we hear, that's why propaganda is a monster if it's not um if it's not counteracted, like if you don't get truth, propaganda will rule, right? Your world, rule your life. And so it's so important to know what you're exposed to, know what you hear, know who's saying what to you. Good morning, Ray Price. Thank you for your prayers. And to know why they're saying those things to you. Like what is their motivation? And it may not be anything that is nefarious. Like they may not be trying to harm you in any way, but it could simply be their belief. It could simply be what they know to be true. And so because they know that to be true for you, for them, they think it's also true for you. And you have to be okay to like live life on your own terms, for better or worse. Do you know? Because I mean, what is life? Hey, Coop Coop, thank you for your love. I appreciate you. What is life if you're only living it on other people's terms? Like, is that a good life? Like, maybe, hey, Brian, good morning, sis. Maybe you've got everything you want. Maybe you've got it the way that you think you wanted it, but it's not on your terms, it's on somebody else's terms. I don't know. Is that a good life for you? I guess it depends on what matters most. Does it matter most living your life the way you want to live it, or living someone else's life but getting all the things you think you want? Hmm, interesting. Um so yeah, I think for me, I think misery will ensue at some point if I'm living based upon everybody else's terms. Like it might feel good in the short run. It might feel good to look at the things, to touch the things, to see the things, to hear the things, to whatever. But if I'm not able to follow my heart's desire, like my heart's intention, if I'm not able to do that, if I'm not able to, really lean into what works for me, and I only can go by the beat of somebody else's drum, I'm gonna be miserable pretty quickly. So none of the things would end up satisfying me anyway. So that's me. Um, so today we're talking about the idea that the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Y'all remember that commercial from way back when? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Um, Now, if I follow the roots of that commercial, the roots might be nefarious though, right? If this commercial is connected to the war on drugs, the war on the drugs was really the war on black people, inner city black people, just in case you don't know it. So, um, so I just need to put that disclaimer there because When we know, and we got to do better. When we know better, we do better. Um, but anyhow, follow it. Look at it historically. Don't just look at, because it sounded good back then. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Like all those kinds of things. This is your mind on crack. This is your mind on this. All the things, and it was designed. It on the surface, it looked like it was designed to stop. Good morning, hey Erica. Good morning, honey bun. Love you right back. It looked like it was designed to deter, 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 deter. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that to stop young people from wanting drugs, and I'm all for that. Absolutely, I'm all for that. But follow the history of what that campaign was really about. Could be incensed by it. Anyhow, I got distracted. But it is a catchy phrase. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. It is. For me, however, I'm not talking about drug addiction. That's not my field. It's it's a necessary field, but it's rough. Addiction of any kind is rough, y'all. It is. And yeah. So that's not my field. What I'm talking about is where we focus our attention. I'm talking more about habits, habitual thinking, habitual focus than I am talking about anything else, right? I'm talking about the focus, the attention, where we give our energy, the mind, what we say to ourselves, what we allow ourselves to be exposed to, what we look at all the time. Now, y'all know this my own pet peeve. I ain't throwing no shade and nowhere and nobody. But my own pet peeve is it's hard for me, even though I do watch some. Hey, cousin, good morning. I love you. Happy Tuesday to you. I do watch some crazy stuff. I do. I watch things like Shark Tornado and 10 20.0 Richter scale, stuff that's like impossible to happen for the most part. Because I like, if I'm gonna watch TV, I really like to be almost mind numb. And I watch other things too. But for me, it's hard for me to watch things where people are betraying each other or where people are tearing each other down. Where there's backstabbing and just chaos and pandemonium in relationships. And because relationships matter a lot to me, because relationships are vital. Like I treasure healthy relationships. I treasure relationships, but relationships that I'm actively engaged in must be healthy. Do you see? They must be healthy because I'm not doing. I'm not. I don't have the temperament for nonsense. I just don't. Like, I want to have fun. I want to enjoy. I want to have serious conversations, probably too often because this is my preference. I want to go deep. I want to be introspective. I know. It's just the way I like to do it. I don't want to have nonsensical conversations about stuff that don't really matter. Did you see? Probably not. And again, I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I'm not saying one thing is right or wrong. I'm saying what floats your boat. What helps you to feel alive and enlivened? What gives you joy? What gives you satisfaction? What gives you entertainment? Do what works for you. As long as it's not harming yourself or harming others, go for it. I'm just not gonna watch it with you because I'm no. Again, the housewives or anything, nope, nope, nope. I can't stand to see it because it feels pretentious, it feels mean spirited, it feels no. Like, why do I want to watch women tear each other down? I don't want to. But I get it. Some people get entertainment from it. And again, no shade on that. But for me, that's a waste of my time and a waste of my mind and a waste of my energy. So, but also other people would see me watching um things like what is that movie? It had been out a long time ago. It's a series, but I just saw it. But it basically was like a earthquake somewhere and people fell through the hole and now they like in back in prehistoric time and they keep jumping from place to place. I watch stuff like that. Like other people probably thinking, now that's a waste of time. I get it. Get it. So that's what I'm saying. No shade, no judgment. It's what gives you life. Those kind of things allow me to rest my mind. Labria, right. Right. Oh, me and you. Right, Erica. That's funny. Right. Those kind of things allow me to rest my mind without feeling because when I'm looking at the other stuff, like I want to solve it. I want to give them some tools and some strategies. I want to say, don't do that. Don't say that. That's not life giving. Like it's not going to help. It's only going to harm. Like, why do you all do that? That ain't cool. You know, like that's the stuff I want to do. For Labrie, I'm like, run. Oh no, why'd they do that? You know, like what's coming around the corner? Oh man, that kind of stuff. But hey, whatever helps you to grow, to move, to show up in life, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm for. Whatever floats your boat, go for it. Just know that the thing is serving you or not and make adjustments accordingly. Whatever it is that you might need to do or feel like or want or whatever, go for that thing. Right? Go for that thing because the mind really is. So, in the sense of, and so wasting, the idea of wasting, like being this idea of being double minded, not making decisions, staying in a place of, indecision for a long time. Keep focusing on that which you know is not good for you. You know you don't feel good after staying in that space. Changing that. Allowing yourself to stay in a habit without working on getting out of that habit, like a thinking habit that does not serve you. One of the things that I'm so grateful that I was exposed to by accident. And it was a habit that really like totally changed the way I saw things and did things and so on and so forth. And that was so the book that I read it was given to me by my girlfriend. And she wasn't so much a reader, but she was reading this book and we were away. I love this. Like I love this idea. We were away. I don't remember what we were away doing, but she showed me the book. I ended up reading the whole book while we were away. So I love that, right? So we, clearly we not there to entertain each other. We there to be together. And I'm sure that I wasn't reading when I shouldn't have been reading, but I read it and it was life changing. And I since went on to give that book to countless numbers of classes when I would teach a class, that would be my gift at the end, because it was a life-changing message. And basically, and then I've taught it in all of my coaching kinds of things. I use the concept in therapy. I use the concept in person, just direct person to person. And it's this concept of the what and the why. Now, if you've been under any of my coaching or with me, you know what I'm talking about, the what and the why. And it is that we often apply motive and give significance to things and act as if it's true without any evidence at all. And more often than not, we're going to say that thing is, we're going to say, well, this is why she did that. This is why they did this. This is why he did this. And I know. And I'm like, well, how do you know? Because I know because. How you know for sure? Well, I know they meant this. How do you know that's what they meant? Oh, so we often will hurt unnecessarily. Now, trust patterns, of course. If you know that a person's history has a tendency to take you in this direction, I need you to trust that pattern. Don't be foolish. Trust the pattern, not necessarily what they say. If they're not trustworthy with their word, trust what they do. Follow the pattern. But what I'm saying is that oftentimes people will do something and we will apply a motive that is not life-giving to us, a motive that is harmful to our soul, our psyche, our emotion, all the things, before we even know it, before we've asked the question, before we've inquired, before anything, right? And that doesn't serve us at all. Like sometimes we have what we think is evidence, and it is not evidence at all. I know I can't, no examples coming to my mind now, but I have some, some remnants in my mind where I remember, like, certain times people would ask me about things that I was doing or facial expressions that I made, and they were sure that this facial expression meant this, and it was harmful to them. Like they were saddened or disappointed or whatever. And then they asked, well, I was like, oh, that did not mean that at all. I look like that when I look like that if I'm contemplating. I look like that if I'm my contemplation face is somebody gonna have to take a picture when I'm contemplating, because I've gotten that a couple of times. People expect me to look a particular way, but when I'm contemplating, I look that way, whatever that is. But if someone then takes that and runs with it and say, that means Kathy, excuse me, that means Kathy, this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. And it's not that at all. So then you're hurting unnecessarily because you did that with your mind. So it's one of my most powerful lessons. I haven't been teaching in a while. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself for the rest of the year. But it is a powerful lesson. It is a powerful lesson. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. And at the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished. You and I, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You are amazing. Do you know? You are. You are, you are, you are, you are. All right. Be fantastic and have a fantastic day. I love you right back. Bye-bye now.